Lecture 14, continuing with the question, do we possess free will? Please excuse the background noise. There's construction taking place outside Building 32, and it's even louder than usual. Such are the trials of teaching remotely. So last time we were talking about determinism and its connection with free will. Determinism is the view that the state of the universe at any past time, together with the laws of nature, fixes the state of the universe at any later time. So if you chose the cake, for example, then given the laws of nature and the state of the universe about 13 or so billion years ago, that was guaranteed to happen. There was no alternative outcome given the prior state of the universe billions of years before you were born, together with the laws of nature. And that can seem flatly incompatible with your choosing the cake freely. Your taking the cake was determined by factors outside your control, that is, the laws of nature and some prior state of the universe that obtained long before you were born, S1, so how could you have chosen freely? Well, I haven't put this as an explicit argument, rather as a rhetorical question. That's an exercise for you, and this will be a question on the next quiz. Now, this argument against free will does depart from a controversial premise about the nature of the universe, namely that the laws that govern it are deterministic. But things don't seem much better if the laws are indeterministic, as they are on some interpretations of quantum mechanics. So let indeterminism be the thesis that the state of the universe at any past time, together with the laws of nature, fixes the probability that the universe will be in various states later. If indeterminism is true, then L and S1 don't entail that the universe will be in state S2 later. Rather, they entail that the universe has a certain probability, say X, of being in S2 later. So given L and S1, the probability that the universe will later be in S2 is X, and so the probability that it will be in some other state, i.e. not S2, is 1 minus X, since the probabilities have to add up to 1. So that's indeterminism. Free will seems to be no more possible under indeterminism than under determinism. So suppose indeterminism is true, and just to put some numbers on the table, suppose that the laws of nature and some state of the universe S1 obtaining long before you were born entail that the probability that you will take the cake is 0.7. And suppose, in fact, you do take the cake. Your taking the cake was, in effect, the result of a coin flip undertaken by the universe, with the cake side having 0.7 probability and the not cake side having 0.3 probability. The cake side came up, but that was just the result of random chance. So there seems to be no more room for you to act freely if the universe is indeterministic than there is room for you to act freely if the universe is indeterministic. So perhaps we don't need a controversial physical premise about the universe to run this argument. All we need is either determinism is true or indeterminism is true. Either way, we don't have free will. Some philosophers think this is all a storm in a teacup, fuss over nothing. There is no conflict between our possessing free will, so being morally responsible for our actions, and our actions being the product of causes over which we have no control. These philosophers are called compatibilists because they think that free will and determinism are compatible, and one notable example is the British philosopher A.J. Ayer.